Hello, dear students. In this section, we will complete a chapter motion of class 9, which is the first chapter of physics also. In chapter motion, we will learn about uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration and velocity, and so on. A particle is a point-like object, has mass but infinitesimal size. The object's position is its location with respect to a chosen reference point. The road sign, the reference point, etc. Motion occurs when an object changes its position. Both distance and time are important in describing motion. Sometimes motion has occurred even if you didn't see it happen. So let us discuss first of all relative motion. When two objects are moving in a plane, either in same direction or opposite, each have relative motion with respect to second. For example, a person sitting in a train and watching a tree. In this case, tree is stable but is assumed to be moving but with respect to train. Now, distance versus displacement. First of all, distance. How far an object has moved. It has only magnitude without direction. So, it is a scalar quantity. Distance can be measured in kilometer, meter, or smaller in centimeter. Second, displacement. How far and in what direction an object has moved from its start position. That is, the direction distance between 2 points. Since its state about magnitude as well as direction, that's why it is a vector quantity. Next is speed. The distance an object travel in a given amount of time. Speed has a formula, that is speed equal to distance by time. Since unit of distance is meter and time measured in second, therefore SI unit of speed is meter per second. Next, type of speed. First, constant speed. Speed doesn't change. Set your car on cruise control. It means whenever a distance covered in a fixed time, or we can say that we have moved our vehicle with a constant speed. It means fixed at a fixed speed. For example, suppose that you are moving with 40 km per hour, that's continue to complete your path for your journey, that is your constant speed. Next, changing speed. Riding a bike for 5 km, take off and increase speed, slow down uphill, speed up downhill, stop for stop sign. The trip took you have given or taken time about 15 minutes. It means throughout your journey you are changing your speed time to time. Next, average speed. It is the total distance taken or covered by an object to total time taken. Instantaneous speed. The speed at any given time. Suppose that you are moving your vehicle for 1 hour, 9 to 10 am, and somebody just notify your speed at 9:15. So at the time of 9:15 your speed is instantaneous speed. Next, velocity includes speed and direction. It means we can say that speed, if speed also shows or represents direction, then it will be velocity. A storm is moving at 20 km per hour. Storm has magnitude 20 km per hour with a particular direction. Suppose two trains are going with the same speed in opposite direction, so they are having different velocities. Race car going around an oval track might have constant speed but different velocities at each point. So, by above discussion, we understood the velocity. Our next is acceleration. Any change in velocity over a period of time is called acceleration. The sign positive or negative of indicates its direction. Positive sign shows the acceleration and negative sign shows deceleration or retardation. Uniform or constant acceleration equation. We can say that A equal to V by T. In the given diagram, we can see something. In first figure, a car from A to B, it means from 30 to 50 or 60 across. By dividing its time with its velocity, we got acceleration. In second, we have looked that it is going in negative. That's why acceleration comes in negative. So it is a retardation. In third, there is a 5 car, first, second, third, 4, 5, one car changing their position. It means the rate of change of velocity, it shows acceleration. Images of car are equally spaced. The car is moving with constant positive velocity shown by red arrow maintaining the same size. The acceleration equals to 0. Image of car become further apart as time increases. Velocity and acceleration are in the same direction. So acceleration is uniform. Arrows below the car maintain the same length. Velocity is increasing. Arrows above the car are getting longer. This shows positive acceleration and positive velocity. Again in next diagram, the velocity are different because they are in opposite. Now let us discuss about free fall and air resistance. You have looked this diagram in which a ball is moving with a speed of 50 meter per second to 30 meter per second to 10 meter per second, and then start to decreasing, continue 10, 30 and after increasing. On decreasing to go upper side, and after achieve a particular height, it also getting down on increasing speed. You have looked this image. He is Galileo Galilei, Italian physicist and astronomer. Formulated laws of motion for object in free fall. A freely falling object is any object moving freely under the influence of gravity alone. It does not depend upon the initial motion of the object. dropped or released from rest, thrown downward, thrown upward. The acceleration of an object in free fall is directed downward regardless of the initial motion. The magnitude of free fall acceleration, which is gravitational acceleration, it is represented by small g, whose value is 9.8 meter per second square. So let's discuss about more on acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, small g, decreases with increasing altitude. It means whenever we go upside, it is decreases. G varies with latitude, height and depth from Earth's surface. 9.8 meter per second square is the average at the Earth's surface. The italicized g will be used for the acceleration due to gravity. Not be confused with g for grams. Small g in this chapter always represent acceleration due to gravity. With negligible air resistance, falling objects can be considered freely falling. Objects of different shapes accelerates differently. For example, stone versus feather. Speed both upward and downward. Either we are moving upward or downward. Look this diagram. There is a two speed is given, the first feet per second and second meter per second. At 0 feet per second, 0 meter per second. At 32 feet per second, it is 9.8 meter per second. 64, 20 meter per second. 96, 29 meter per second. So you have already looked in this diagram how speed increases or decreases. The path is symmetrical in the both diagram. Acceleration is also constant. The magnitude of the velocities is the same at equal height. Images become closer together as time increases. Acceleration and velocity are in opposite direction when ball goes upward. Acceleration is uniform. There is two arrow which maintain the same length. Velocity is decreasing in upward motion. Red arrows are getting shorter. Positive velocity and negative acceleration. Velocity becomes zero at maximum height. Positive velocity means on increasing velocity acceleration decreases because acceleration a equal to v minus u by t. At maximum height velocity becomes zero. Time duration flight in going upward and coming back is always same. Now test yourself. What is SI unit of displacement? Answer, children. Yes, it is meter. Next, name the quantity which represents rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. A particle describes a semicircle of radius 14 meter. What are its distance and displacement covered? Semicircle whose radius is 14 meter, so distance is the apply a small formula of mathematics, which is circumference of circle 2 pi r and semicircle pi r, but the diameter added or 2 are added, so we can say that distance equal to pi r plus 2r, and displacement is the shortest length, therefore it is equal to 2r or diameter of the semicircle. Graphical representation of motion in graph. You can refer a graph from your textbook, NCERT book. What does slope of position time graph represent? Position time slope always represents velocity, and velocity time graph is parallel to time axis. What type of motion does it represent? Look here, it is parallel to time axis. It means velocity remains same, so we can say that it is constant velocity. Now let us come to discuss equation of motion. When object is moving in a straight line, then v equal to v naught plus at, or x equal to x naught plus v naught t plus half of at square, or third one is v square equal to v naught square plus 2a delta x. Average acceleration describes how fast the velocity is changing with respect to time. Average velocity is change in velocity by change in time. And change in velocity is written as change in displacement by time, where A VE average acceleration, delta V change in velocity, delta x change in displacement, delta t elapsed time. Number 2. When object is coming vertically downward, then the first equation is v equal to v naught plus gt. It means a changes with g. Number 2, h. X replace here h. X means distance था, यहाँ पर h for height. So h equal to v naught t plus half gt square. And third one is v square equal to v naught square plus 2ah. V naught represents initial velocity of an object. Number 3, when object is coming vertically upward, then g will be negative. Hence, first equation becomes v equal to v naught minus gt. Second, h equal to v naught t minus half gt square, and third, v square equal to v naught square minus 2gh. The SI unit of velocity is the meter per second. Average acceleration is positive or negative depending on direction. As instantaneous acceleration A equal to delta v by delta t, where t is approx to 0. Instantaneous acceleration is the limit of delta v by delta t as delta t approaches 0. Instantaneous acceleration is 0 where slope is constant. Instantaneous acceleration is positive where curve is concave upside, and instantaneous acceleration is negative where curve is concave down. Now test yourself. Give the equation for uniform motion. We have already discussed about. Next, when a car stops after applying brakes, what is the final velocity? So by applying this formula, you can find and try to find. Uniform circular motion. In this kind of motion, the object moves on circle with fixed speed, but the direction is changed by the time, so the velocity of the change, so it's called acceleration motion. This acceleration is called centrifugal acceleration. It is directed toward the center. Test yourself. What remains constant is uniform circular motion. Constant क्या होता है uniform motion से? So we have discussed with a fixed speed. So speed is fixed or constant here. What changes continuously in uniform circular motion? In above discussion, we already known that the time. Direction is changed by the time, so the velocity of change, so it's called acceleration motion. So we can say that direction changes continuously in uniform circular motion. Now there are lots of questions you have to try to solve. Let's discuss some of them. Can displacement be zero even when distance not zero? So let's answer. Displacement becomes zero even when distance is not zero. It may be, because displacement can be calculated by differencing the final and initial position. Suppose that a person start to traveling in a straight line and come back at a same point, then displacement will be zero, but distance is not zero. Number 2, can the distance traveled by an object be smaller than magnitude of its displacement? So you can answer this question. Distance traveled by an object never be smaller than magnitude of its displacement, because distance is the actual length of the path, but displacement is shortest. Number 3, a particle is moving with uniform velocity. What is its acceleration? If particle moving with uniform velocity, it means acceleration will be uniform or increasing acceleration. How can you get speed of an object from its distance time graph? We can find the speed of an object from distance time graph by the slope of distance time graph. Number 5, how can get distance of an object from its speed time graph? So distance can be calculated by speed time graph by calculating area under the curve of speed time graph. Because speed equal to distance by time, therefore distance equal to speed into time. So on calculating area under the line of slope, we can calculate distance of an object. Next, a brick and an elephant are in free fall. What is common in their motion? So we have already discussed in our lecture, so you can refer from there. When an object is thrown vertically upwards, what is its velocity at the highest point? Whenever object achieved highest point, its velocity becomes zero before fall downwards. Can velocity and acceleration point in opposite direction? Velocity and acceleration point in opposite direction. Is this possible? Answer this. Next, define acceleration. Next, what is non-uniform motion? Next question, differentiate scalar and vector quantity. Scalars are those quantities which explain only about magnitude, not about direction. But vectors quantities are those quantities which state about direction as well as magnitude. Next, what is retardation? How does it affect the speed? Retardation means negative of acceleration. It means, suppose that an object is moving very fast and after some time its speed becomes slow. So on calculating by using formula A equal to V minus U by T, we got retardation. Next, can speed of a body vary with its velocity constant? Explain. So answer this question. Next, why is circular motion with constant speed called accelerated motion? Because in circular motion, speed may be constant and direction will be changes time to time. That's why we can say that circular motion with constant speed is called accelerated motion. State the difference between distance and displacement. Distance never be zero, displacement may be zero. Distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is vector quantity. Distance always positive, displacement may be negative. So these are the differences. You can also write more differences about this. Next, what is the difference between speed and velocity? Speed has a formula is distance by time, velocity has a displacement by time. Speed always state only magnitude, but velocity state magnitude as well direction. So we can say that speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity, etc. What does a speedometer and odometer indicates? Speedometer measures speed of a vehicle and odometer indicates the total distance traveled by the vehicle. 3 marks questions. These are mostly numericals, so all of you try to solve these numericals. We will discuss more and more numericals in next classes, and in next episode we will describe equation of motion graphically method as well as algebraically method. So keep watching and listening, because listening is the best way of learning. Thanks guys.